We know that this is not the only hospital where workers are dying, but this one in Edendale Hospital, it is happening in an alarming rate. And yes, we know very well that the department has been claiming that the PPEs are enough. But we know very well where we are on the ground in these hospitals, in these facilities, that the PPEs are still a matter of concern because workers are forced maybe to use one mask for the whole day, as we know very well that these hospitals are the epicenters or is where the COVID is concentrated in those hospitals. So we know very well from the members that the PPEs are still not enough. They are still limited. But in the case of Edendale Hospital, we know that Edendale Hospital is a regional hospital where that is located in the Midlands of KZN. And it also caters for areas that were previously under the Eastern Cape, areas like Umzimkhulu, Kokstad. The problem, because we are not saying the department brought this COVID-19 in South Africa, we are supposed to be working hand in hand with the department, but unfortunately, they always leave a space or the mistakes that is quite difficult to ignore. In this hospital alone, there are so many patients, and the department is failing to do the right thing, to transfer the patient to other institutions like Newzroom or other hospitals that are nearby. They are failing to provide the PPEs, even if the PPEs are available in the hospitals, but you find out that the managers, they limit those or the availability to the workers. That is our concern. And in Edendale, there are so many other things that has been happening, and many other incidents that has been happening recently, which make us put it very clear that the department or the management are pushing our workers or our members into the cliff of death.
So let me ask you this, now that there are a number of issues that you've highlighted, specifically Edendale, what is the way forward now to ensure that the numbers of medics and nurses who are actually dying reduces? What is the way forward?
The way forward that we are proposing, the management or the department, they must implement their guidelines that have been provided by the same department. They must reduce the number of workers because they know very well that the facilities that we have in this hospital are very small. They are very small. The wards are very small, but they are refusing to use that 50% guide. They want all the workers to work at the same time. And when they are infected, then there will be no one to work. So the workers are forced to come and report on duty while they have tested positive. The department must implement what have been put in place as the guidelines, and also respect the lives of these workers, because it seems as if all the institution or the managers, they want to see their institution operating its business like usual. They are even forcing the workers to hide their status. If you test positive, you have been asked on the side, please don't disclose to your co-workers or to your colleagues that you have been infected with this COVID-19. So that is why this COVID is spreading like this.
And what are your sentiments, knowing that the vaccine is going to be available shortly and will be rolled out to frontline workers over the next 3-month period?
That is a promising news, and all we can say, we know that there are so many conspiracy theories that are going around, that have been circulated in social media. All we can say is that at this moment, we have no choice but to trust our government. We say to our members, they must take this vaccine if it arrives. If there are any dangers, for sure, there are still some researches that are still being conducted at the moment, if it is safe. For now, we have to push our government to provide this vaccine, especially to these frontliners, because they are at the forefront and they are dying. And there is nothing that we can do at the moment. All we can say, we must say the government must fast track the availability of this vaccine so that our members will be safe, because the way we are losing members it is very clear.
It's really quite traumatic. Babu Ngubane, thank you very much for your time. That's Nehawu Secretary General in the Harry Gwala Region, the Mazwi Ngubane. And, you know, when he talks about nurses testing positive and then being told not to disclose the fact that they've tested positive, I certainly hope that Nehawu is doing something about that, because that is a reportable offence, because you literally are putting other people's lives in danger, apart from the fact that you yourself have already been exposed. It really is our responsibility to ensure that the virus is not spread. And, you know, should anybody be put in that position or asked to withhold their positivity and their positive status, certainly I think that's something that's worth taking further and not just leaving.